So, I've been doing some introspection lately about patterns I have with relationships with friends because I struggle in this area. And what I have come to recognize about myself is that I don't really have a friendship problem. I have an integrity problem. Because I have told myself that I have a hard time hanging on to friendships, I've also created this story in my head that if I can't keep a friend, that something is wrong with me, and that everyone I invite into my life as a friend, I have to do everything I can to hold on to that friendship no matter what. So I was examining my last three friendship breakdowns and I found a pattern. And what I recognize about myself is that I do not like to see people mistreat people. And I do not like to see people disrespect people. And in those last two breakdowns, I started to notice behaviors that I did not like. And instead of saying something about it or speaking to the person and saying, this makes me uncomfortable when this happens, or realizing that my values may not be aligning with the friend's values and it might not be a good fit. When I start noticing things about a person as I'm getting to know them, I enter into this cognitive dissonance where part of me is telling myself, no, this friend, you're going to hang on to this friend forever. Otherwise, you're the bad person. So whatever is revealed to you, you have to accept because you're this person's friend. And then the other part of me is saying, there's some things about this person that really disrupt my spirit and are not aligned with my personal values. And I'm in this cognitive dissonance with myself and I'm in this friction until finally something happens and I explode and I have to find a resolution quickly. And that usually ends up with me either completely going off on that person, having an angry attack and just looking crazy, or just ghosting, blocking, a sharp disruption with that person. And then afterwards, I have a series of days, sometimes weeks, where I'm in this emotional bottom where I can't rest. I'm restless. I can't sleep. I'm replaying it. I don't feel good about myself. And it's because I fell out of integrity. I fell out of integrity with my own values. And then I ended up doing the very thing that I disliked. In the last two, the very thing that I dislike is seeing someone treat people with disrespect or being treated with disrespect. But I ended up treating those two people with disrespect, which creates another form of cognitive dissonance because my behavior is not aligned with my values. I'm completely out of integrity, and it affects my self-esteem. And it creates this story to continue within me that I'm a hard person to be friends with when I'm really not. It's the way I'm choosing friends and the way I'm locking myself into those relationships. So, to correct this going forward, I have set two boundaries with myself. The first boundary, because I realize that I do not have to stay friends with someone that values are not the same as mine. I told myself that I need to accept people for who they are. And even if their values are different than mine, that if I disconnect from that person because their values are not aligned with mine, then I'm judging them. When that's not the case, I can disengage from someone who has different values without judgment. I can say, you're okay. You just see the world differently and behave differently based on your values, and I'm okay. My values are just not the same. I can also tell myself that I am deserving and worthy of relationships with people who have values that are equally aligned with my values. And I can seek out those relationships, and I can examine relationships in a way that allows for me to make adjustments when I notice behaviors that tell me that our values are not aligned. My second boundary with myself is that no matter how someone is treating someone else or me, I will treat them with respect. I will treat them with kindness, and I will treat them with tolerance. By doing this, I stay in integrity with my own values and my own morals. I know I'm not going to get this perfectly every time, but the more and more I practice having these boundaries with myself, the more and more they're going to become second nature. And I'm going to position myself in a way to where I start to attract people who I have equal morals with. I can respond in a way that doesn't cause me to feel any shame about my behavior. And I keep my integrity and my self-esteem. And I hope that this information helped you maybe look at if you're going through something similar in your friendships. So let me know what you think. All right, hope everyone has a great day. Bye.